But that is the lawyer. His name is Tony Busby. He's a personal injury lawyer. He is, I believe his main office is out of Houston. Apparently, he's gotten either actually hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in personal injury compensation for his clients. And this is maybe slightly a different undertaking because when you think about personal injury, you think about slip and falls. Yo, your dog bit me. I don't know, your car hit my whatever. But we're not usually thinking about, oh, you had me in a freak off and doused me with baby oil and then penetrated me anally, okay? And we're going to see what the extent of this lawsuit is. From what we were told, they did give some information to TMZ. By the way, it didn't start yet. Did it start? No. Let's refresh. It ain't start yet. Not yet. Let me see. Did they have it? Say watch now. It didn't start yet. Okay. Anyway. Again, it has ballooned to the 100 level. Apparently, and this is why everyone's kind of like curious to this, because we all know about the criminal investigation and the criminal indictment. Diddy's obviously charged there. However, we don't see anyone else who supposedly are co-conspirators, right? We like some of y'all just nosy, like, you know what I mean? Whether you care if he's guilty or not, some of y'all really want to know who's been into this weird behavior. So you want to hear names, right? And we haven't really heard the spicy names that kind of like make the story like jump off the page, even though, to be honest, I think just Diddy's name alone being involved in it should make it jump off the page. But apparently, this guy, Tony Busby, the lawyer, he says some of his clients include men. We're like, oh, shit. The dudes are finally coming out saying they got anal.
Celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you.
Yo, they got a hotline number in the background. This is crazy.
We are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration.
I know
for each,
the sound is bad here.
The identity of witnesses.
Shit.
We also have collected pictures, videos, texts.
Give me a second. I'm going to try to watch it.
We check venues. We check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimate justice.
Okay, I think we're going to watch on
staff
TMZ.
Now, a former
because this link is fucked up. Here we go. Sorry.
That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We ask for corroboration. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. We also have collected... For each,
Jesus Christ, what type of live stream is this?
Also have collected pictures. We check videos. We check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made. We check dates. Legitimacy and merit. We want to corroborate that the claims staff now.
Sorry, Chad. What the fuck? Why is he doing this?
Major offenders unit of Houston Police Department, who is helping using our common sense.
I don't know why this is doing
sense. Each claim. We're being stringent because, as I said, we're using our common sense. Easy cases. They're very tough. We're being stringent because, as I said, the process is hard. These are not easy cases. The process they're very tough. Lengthy.
All right, man. What the fuck? I think I gotta go to Fox News. I think Fox News is streaming this. Fuck. Fox News. I think they're streaming it. Diddy press. God damn. Yeah, I realized the first link was fucked up. Where the fuck is this thing? Why can't I watch it on this fucking page?
Many individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided. You should know.
God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Hold on. Fox News, Tony Busby. Okay, here it is. Sorry.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
What?
25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward, I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. I'll use New York, the state of New York, as an example. The state of New York has specific statutes in place that revive claims that are even claims that would typically be not able to be brought, that it revives such claims and they can be brought even 25 to 30 years later. Because there's a recognition there in New York and California and other states that it's very difficult for a victim to come forward. And I would respectfully suggest the only reason many of these people are coming forward because they see other victims coming forward. And it gives them some comfort that, hey, I won't be the only one. And I expect more victims will come forward.
Are those victims
saying
to his left?
A lie has great speed, but truth has endurance. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami.
Star Island.
Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they called a puppy party, the all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants, medical records, reports that were made to the authorities, and I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine or trank, which,
what's that?
Based on our research, is known as a horse tranquilizer.
Trank.
Now, there's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class action is when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit.
Wow.
These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case. Each case may be filed in one venue like California, another case may be filed in New York. One case may sue just Sean Combs, but multiple other people. One case may sue a range of people. I would expect most, though, to be filed, as I said, thinking or hoping or perhaps believing that I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels.
Liquor companies.
We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know that many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave. And then threatened as they were leaving. So in addition to Sean Combs, you should know the defendants in these cases we're going to file will include anyone, of course, who engaged in the assault or exploitation, anyone who participated in such in any way, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct, anyone who was in the room and watched it happen but made no effort to stop it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on but failed to stop it, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it but did nothing to report it or stop it,